Greetings and salutations, DMs, GMs, referees, judges, game operations directors, and all other varieties of storytellers. This is your DM, Scott, and it's time for another DM Quick Tip.
It's Explain the Plane. What are the planes? This week on DM Quick Tips. So you're new to the game and you've powered through the rules. You've sat at a table a few times and figured, yeah, I can get into this. You're officially hooked. Welcome to the family. You've got some veteran players at the table, and you soon discover that there is a language that is spoken at the game table, a language you are a bit unfamiliar with. I'm not talking about Druidic, Thieves' Cant, or Klingon, although my Klingon used to be pretty good back in the day, but I digress. One of the terms that may have popped up that you're wondering about is the planes. Good question. What are they? So let's talk about that. Every campaign setting is unique, whether it is a retail campaign setting like Forgotten Realms, Dark Sun, or Krynn, fingers crossed for Krynn, or even your own homebrew setting. What is consistent is the planes. The various campaign settings exist within the universe that the game lies within. Theoretically, you could travel to any of these worlds by magical means. Within this universe lies the planes. Each plane is like its own dimension within the universe, and they exist within this universe simultaneously. Each plane has its own set of rules. The prime material plane is where we are now. Our Earth of this reality, real life as we call it, exists on the prime material plane. Krynn, Faerun, Arthas, and all your homebrew campaign settings also exist on the prime material plane at the same time. Confused? Yeah, probably. Here's how I like to see it. Our world, real life, our Earth, is a world on the prime material plane. It lies within the universe with the other prime material planes and casts a reflection similar to that of a reflection in an infinity mirror. Let's say you gaze into this infinity mirror and you see countless reflections of our world in it. Each world is similar to our world in some ways. Perhaps the people who live in that world, the laws of physics, etc. The closer to the original reflection you are, the closer to the original reflection the world is. As you go farther away from the original, things change. Magic becomes a reality, technology is lost, or magic and technology coexist. Elves, dwarves, dragons, and orcs begin to appear. The continents change. The nations are unrecognizable, and the flora and fauna are different. Between and around the different reflections of our world in the infinity mirror are the other planes. These are the inner planes. The inner planes are the elemental planes of air, water, fire, and earth. This is where the raw energy of each element rages unbridled in its purest form. The outer planes are very different from one another. These are unique planes that are often homes to demons, devils, and deities. I like to think of these as how we conceive of the various versions of heaven and hell. The rules here may be very different from that on the prime material plane. They may look very similar to the prime material plane, but there are very big differences sometimes. So how does one visit the planes? Well, this takes some pretty beefy magic. In all cases, one must travel between planes using the transitive planes. These are akin to interstates that connect the planes to one another. Each transitive plane behaves very differently, and the means of travel is a bit different from one interstate to another. So these transitive planes are the ethereal plane. This is a plane of mist and fog. It overlaps with the prime material plane and acts as an interstate between the prime material plane and the inner planes. Overlaps. Yeah, it overlaps. Kind of like when you tuck your shirt into your pants. There's an overlap. You don't see the bottom of your shirt because it's in the pants, but it's still there. Now there's the astral plane. This plane does not overlap with the prime material plane, but you can get to this interstate from the prime material plane and the outer planes. You can get there from here. You just need to take the back roads. And that's just a quick look at the planes. Still confused? Don't worry. We're taking a trip across the plains, so hop on the bus. I'll be your tour guide. Now, there are many ways you can explain the plane, but this is my way. See you next time in the dojo. You can support the Dungeon Masters Dojo in some very simple ways. Be patronizing, like Lou, and become a patron on Patreon and unlock exclusive patron content.
Or if you're like Scott and long-term commitment is an issue, you can buy a Sasaki, shop our merch page for DMD swag, or use our Drive-Thru RPG affiliate link next time you shop Drive-Thru RPG.
Or visit us on the web at thedungeonmastersdojo.com. There, you'll find links to all the above. Don't forget to email us and say hello.
Thanks for listening.